It's so amazing, like, the worst people are going nuts, losing their mind, crashing out. So, this morning, Brian saying messaged me, and I wanted to read it. I wanted to share because I really didn't give a shit. Excuse my language. I really didn't care. Like, it's kind of it's, like, amusing and fascinating, the behavior of people, but I thought I would ripen this harvest because 'cause I'm always because it's like a spiritual war, and I'm always trying to think, like, "How can I leverage this, some more?" 'Cause it's like a spiritual war. So, I'm like, I think I can ripen the harvest a little bit more if I share this with you." So that's why I'm sharing it, is just because I think I could ripen this harvest even more. I think that there is more good that can come out of this. So, share the screen here. Hmm, edit. Alrighty. So yeah, it goes, Lauren, why do you make up crazy shit about me on the internet after attending my conference and smiling at me the whole time? Meanwhile, you convert to Christianity, to Islam, and back and forth or some shit. These people are they only think in little boxes. So in his mind, he's like, she's Christian, she's Muslim, she's Christian, she's Muslim, when it's absolutely I don't like religion. But I suspect that not that, like, we should treat people like they're not human, but, like, the things I have encountered with people like this is they are very, like, strange to the point where the operating system is completely different. Completely different. It is like they're kind of like a computer. Like, they're like clankers. They're in their mind, they're like clankers. So immediately oh, back and forth. Are you Christian? Are you Islam? It's like they're so reptilian, simple minded brained that he's like been putting me in boxes of Christian and Muslim. That's initially tells you with a very simple brained person that you're dealing with. So right away, you're dealing with a very simple brained person. Maybe he's got skills in other places, but relationships and strange behavior was not the thing. So I said, "Hey, Brian, what are you referring to that I made up? I enjoyed your company at the conference." See that they're not very creative. He's thinking, oh, because you're uh what did he say? Making crazy making up crazy shit about me. No, I'm not making up anything. I'm just saying what I think. I'm not making up anything. I was just saying what I think. So he thinks that because I am making up crazy stuff that I somehow didn't enjoy the conference in his company. So again, we're dealing with a very simple brained person. They're not creative enough. He's like, I don't understand. The conference was, I'm like, yeah, the conference was good. Yeah, I did enjoy your company. Yeah. And also, what is it that you, because I'm like, if he thinks I'm making something up about him, then I want to address it. Like, I want to talk about it. So I'll just give you the end detail. It doesn't happen. Like, you're not going to find it in this thread. Because, the best thing that could come out of that is if he could point out specifically what I am like making up, then we could talk about it. But they can't do that. Probably because they're liars or they're just, I don't know what. Like, they're very strange people. So he goes, you are doing strange videos saying weird shit about me, like asking where I get my money when it's a matter of public record. Yeah, I did. It's again, like, these people keep confronting me. Like, the worst people are losing their minds right now, and they keep confronting me with things I literally said. "You're making up crazy stuff." I'm like, "What? What did I make up?" He's like, "Asking where I get my money from." I'm like, "Yeah, I wanted to know where you got your money from." Like, how is that a means for anyone to be like, "How dare you?" Like, no, like, I was literally asking where you get your money from, and he told us. He made a post saying, "This is where I get my money," whether it's true or not, it's regardless, but so, so weird. I said, "Yeah, I wonder where you got your money from. Thanks for telling us." And he says, "You also say crazy shit about SRA." And I'm like what? Again, like what? That she's a pimp? Are you that retarded? So here we get like a 12. So now he's like a 12-year-old girl, like a bully. Are you that retarded? Saying the craziest stuff. I was like, yeah, I've had two friends that have lived with her. And then I have seen weird stuff with my own eyes, weird stuff. And then also, nobody actually really likes SRA. So, like, people have their own things that they have seen or heard that they all, when they all tell me, it's like these people aren't telling each other. It's not just one instance, it's like multiple instances. Now, the thing about this creature is, I'm pretty sure, just like Haley Meyer, I'm pretty sure they're just like clankers. Their brain is reset. So the funny thing about this is, like, plausible deniability. I believe that the memory would be wiped. So there's plausible deniability about SRA's patterns, because the memory would be wiped constantly on almost like a daily basis, it seems. At least that was the case with Haley Meyer. It was like on a daily basis. Her entire story, personality, what happened the day before would get wiped. So I do think that these, strange women have patterns of repeat behaviors, doing weird stuff, potentially criminal stuff, and they're getting mind wiped daily. So for plausible deniability, she might not even know, she might not even be aware of what she's doing. This is how dangerous these people are. And again, she came up to me flipping out at me at the conference, saying I say she's a dangerous person, like, again, attacking me. You said I was a dangerous person. And I'm like, yes, I do think you're a dangerous person. There's no fight. It's like they confront you like they want to fight, and they're like, you said I was a dangerous person. And I say, yes, I do think you're a dangerous person. What, do you want to fight about it? Like, yes, I do think that. I do believe that. Argument over. I mean, where do you go from there? It's like, people are cray. So yeah, I said what I told you guys. He says, you don't know shit. So you can make stuff up. You are so fucking dumb. Are these your leaders? These are your leaders. If this is your leader, tune out from me. This is why I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this video because I want to, like, ripen this harvest. Like, if that's your dude, then tune out from me. Not like in a mean way, just seriously ripen this harvest. These people are the weirdest people ever. Saying you're so fucking dumb. What you see is weird. Meanwhile, she's in a fucking bathing suit on the beach. So his simple brain, because I'm like, no, I've seen stuff, like, with my own eyes. His simple brain thinks, because she was in a skimpy bikini, that makes her a pimp. That's what he thinks I think. So again, like, the most simple-minded people should not have this much responsibility. This is why Brian is losing his mind. This is why he's been losing his mind. He's been acting like a 12-year-old girl, a bully. And he said, it's not fair to make up stupid shit and spread it around. It's called libel. It's actually not libel. I know how to speak without committing libel and slander. And I'm like, well, this is just your perspective. This is fair. And it's not actually libel. He said, going live and ranting while drunk makes you look really bad, but that's your choice. Meanwhile, I've unfriended you. Like I care. I said, everything I do is fair because I need to exist also. This is the thing. These people keep trying to, saying what I do every night. Yes, I get drunk and ramble on YouTube. Yes, that is what I do. And what I say is what I think. And it is fair because I need to be able to express my thoughts and opinions. And I need to be able to exist also. It's like, all deep down, it's like they just wish I would just stop existing. Meanwhile, no offense. I mean, yes, offense. I don't care. I want God's judgment to come to them. So in a way, I'm saying I'm talking my way out of this reality. I want God's judgment to come to them. I want a permanent separation from these weird people. We all do. This is what we're all waiting for. He says, don't bother coming to any more of my events until you've grown up. This 12-year-old bully telling me I need to grow up. He said, you drink too much. Tell me you need to do that. That's bullshit, artist. I mean, what is he on? Is this sober? It might be. And I said, great, go tell everyone about it. Go tell everyone about it. Because all attention is positive. James Casbolt says, even if people are talking negative, it's still good. He's like, all press is good press, so long as people are talking about it. So I'm like, go tell everyone about it then. Go tell everyone about what you think, Brian. But he probably won't because James said the most evil people will not talk about you. They won't bring any attention to your name. He said there's a level of benevolence in people that will actually talk about it. So if he really is just possessed being a 12-year-old girl bully, if there really is like a soul deep down in there, then yeah, he would likely probably lose it some more and maybe make some content. But James said the most wicked people will not talk about you. So I said, yeah, go tell everyone about it. He's like, yeah, we all laugh at you. It's like it's like one table of people that nobody hangs out with but each other. Like, we don't like these people. We don't have anything in common with them. And they're like soulless. They feel soulless. And he's like, we all laugh at you. No one pays your dumb drunk rants any attention. So there's that. Like, he knows. We'll keep living our best lives and making a difference. Thanks. I said, we all, you and the worst people ever. Meanwhile, we're laughing at you. Like, it's like total polar, like, it's total dualism. Like, them saying to us, which is exactly what they are. They're like, no one's paying attention to, no one's paying attention to you because you're not actually doing anything except being, crashing out on Facebook, being mean, like a bully. I just say what I think. I'm never mean. And then they're like, we're all laughing at you. We all, who? A table of 10 people who only hang out with each other? But we're all actually laughing. We've been laughing for years. We've been laughing at people like this for years. But we don't get around and do that. We don't like come around and just like make fun of people because it's like we all already know. We all know. We all know. We already know. We don't take pleasure in like acting like 12-year-old bullies. So Brian says, you're in the losers club, doing nothing but whining while on your drunk rants. You have no followers, so there's not much of a we when it comes to you, LOL. Sarah and I actually have followings because we're doing work. Like what? They're not actually doing anything, but that's besides the point. It's just insanity. It's like the inversion of reality. And I said, I'm just like, I don't know what this guy expects me to say. I don't know what you know what? I can imagine what a 12-year-old would expect me to say. Cause I'm like, mentally, he's emotionally a 12-year-old bully in this. And this is how he's been acting, like a child. It's like when people are abused at a certain age, they're like stuck mentally at that age. So when they're triggered or maybe bored, they go back to that mentality. That's why Brian's acting like a kid, is because he was probably traumatized at a certain age, which is the age that he's acting right now. So I don't know what he expects me to say. I'm like, I'm just so glad that you found your position on this. Like, this is actually important. People need to make up their minds about certain people that are like walking concepts. So in the way that I'm obedient, I'm obedient servant for God's will. So I'm basically a walking concept. That's all I am. I'm not like an egomania of, some self-identity. I am virtually just a walking concept. Either you accept it or you don't. Either you like it or you hate it. So it's like all a journey of finding out, do I like this person? Do I hate this person? So I'm just like, hey, I'm just so glad you found your position on this. If you hate me or you have such a distaste for me right now, I'm so glad you made that up. You made your decision. This makes me happy. This is good for me when people make their minds up about what they think about me, because it's all for God's judgment. I'm mostly just a concept. Said, so glad you found your position on this. Said, you, not so much. I had my position on this. You are a whiny troll. And I'm like, I'm so glad you think that. Like, again, like, I'm so glad that he's made his mind up about this. He thinks I'm just a whiny troll. He doesn't like me. I make dumb shit, yet he won't tell me what it is I made up. Drunk off her ass, embarrassing herself. I'm not embarrassed. Meanwhile, everyone at my conference says you're batshit crazy. That everyone he's talking about would literally be like one table of agents. And then actually, you know what? A lot of people would probably say I'm batshit crazy, but don't actually dislike me. Like it's not actually an insult to say Lauren Pritchard is batshit crazy. It could be very endearing. And I imagine people would say it just to save face. So this is so nonsensical. It's just pointing out where we're at on the timeline. People like this doing this. And I'm like, yeah, a table of losers. So you're a likable person because people like you. No one likes you. Drink more. So fucking dumb and drunk. Not a good look. I'm just sitting here smiling and loving every minute of you crashing out. Just keep going. And he's like, oh, I'm crashing out as I'm purchasing a new conference center. He's like, these people think they're winning because they're purchasing a new conference center. Meanwhile, you are a child and God's judgment is on his way. He said, what are you doing? I'm like, opening the gates of hell because I'm a clown. That's what I do. He's like, meanwhile, I'm on the rise with my work. You're a hanger-on, barely clinging to the edge of my events. I'm kicking you the fuck out. Bye. Dude, nobody's going to go to these anymore. I mean, what I mean is like, people of value are going to find their own community. The people that are just under this like weird kind of like hive mind, like cult, they'll keep going because it's like comfort for them. A lot of them, it's comfort. Maybe they get paid. But this last conference was not used for economic growth. This conference was not, God was not using this conference as some kind of beginning of the future. God used this conference to get people to sort themselves out. And that's exactly what you could feel God was doing at this conference. So if he's saying like, oh, I'm winning, I'm successful, I purchased a conference center, you're not allowed at my events, like obviously, because that last event was just to bifurcate the people. So the people who continue to follow this full disclosure movement, it's mostly con artists. Med beds shouldn't exist. The only reason why you have med beds is because the vibration of the planet is so low. And they're the ones keeping the vibration so low because it's like inversion artistry. It's like a cult. It's like Scientology. They're like agents. They're like handlers. They are very alien invader type personalities. It's like, this is an invader alien type personality. I have personality of a human being of Earth. And this is why they act the way they do against us. And I have to like stir the pot because I got to get them to make their mind up. God's judgment, because they're not allowed to be here. They're actually like getting evicted, it seems. But anyways, yeah, the harvest. So med beds shouldn't exist. A loving spouse is the energetic equivalent of a med bed. A loving partner, a loving spouse is the energetic equivalent of a med bed. Med beds shouldn't actually exist. Yeah, it's fine for now, but you should have more conscious awareness that the whole world is supposed to be a med bed. What the med bed is doing is supposed to be the vibration of the planet. So it's, not all bad, but, this is all very temporary. It's all very, very temporary, all the information at these events. So then there's a bifurcation. And then if they even have time, if there are future events, they're not going to be very fruitful. There won't be a lot of creative abundance there because most of these people have lost all of their creative abundance. I mean, you see the simple-mindedness. You see the way they argue. It's like their best service they do to humanity is just roping in the weak-willed. This is like the best thing they can do. In a way, I love Sarah Adams because she makes weak men retarded. She's like the Lilith demon. She's like the Jezebel demon. She makes weak men retarded. And I love that because you want weak men to go full retard away from you. So this is the service to humanity, but they don't understand this. They don't have the ability to understand this. I said, no, you're actually kicking yourselves out. And he's like, your delusions are hilarious. Yeah, I mean, the whole community, minus the losers club like you, we're so sad to not have delusional drunk Lauren around, crying about it all the time, in fact. Huh. I said, I'm so glad that you think all this. Like, keep going. This is great news for me. I mean, this is wonderful news. So in their simple mind, they think, so the way they talk, it's like the words are trying to be hurtful. They're trying to hurt my feelings, and he's trying to get me to believe things about myself. He's trying to convince me, right? These are word curses. So this is very negative. But what they don't understand is I'm reading this like, this is great news. This is really good news for me. This is like, this is a gift. I mean, it's like coming from every angle. Like the worst people ever are losing their minds. The worst people ever are making their minds up about how they view me. This is great news for me because I'm just a concept. I am just a concept. I am just bait for God's judgment. I'm just like an obedient servant of Jesus Christ. And this is how God uses me, one of the things. He said, you're so likable, yet no one pays any fucking attention. I'm like, well, I got your attention, didn't I? He said, you earned my block and scorn. Congrats, you dumb bitch. I said, I'm posting this. I'm going to make you look like such an idiot. He said, feel free to share me dragging you for being so dumb. You say shit like Sarah Adams is a pimp, and then 15-minute videos of you drunk talking about how you're so likable. And I said, I already did. He's not saying anything. He's not making anything up. I have said I think Sarah Adams is a pimp. And I made a video saying people like me because I'm likable. People don't like you, Brian, because you're not likable. This is what I'm saying. This is what I think. This is what I said. This is what happened. But they say it like it's an insult, and you're literally just regurgitating events that already happened. And he goes, I know, you look so fucking retarded. Congrats. So tell Sarah I love her for making weak men retarded and go nuts. Like, this is like, and I warned him in the beginning. If I go all the way up to the beginning of our friendship, it was me warning him because I'm like, dude, I see you're hanging around SRA, and I just want you to know, like, no one is made better by being around her. And he was new to the community, and I was like, no one was going to tell him because everyone's going to be too afraid to tell him or just like not care. So that was like the beginning of our friendship, was me like warning him. And now look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And here we are, and we've arrived, because this is what hanging out, this is what entertaining the Jezebel demon, the Lilith demon, hanging around these women, these sea nymphs, this is what they do to you. They make you reprobate. They turn you retarded. And then the next layer is he's going to come out as gay. And then I don't know why he just like literally, is this a drug he's on? He literally just like screenshot our conversation and sent a heart. And he says, no one cares about your drunk rants. And I was like, oh, how do you know that? Do you have like a psionic care meter? He's like, no one cares about your drunk rants. And I'm like, oh my God, how do you know that? Like, arguing with weak-minded people, at least this dude's like possessed. He's acting like a 12-year-old, is like purely entertainment for me, because they say stuff like, nobody cares about you, nobody cares about your drunk rants, and I'm like, oh my God, wait, how do you know that? Do you have a psionic care meter? How did you know that? Tell me more about it, because I can go to that level too. I can go to like the basic uncreative level, which is actually more creative way of arguing. Because people say this stuff, and it's like, oh my God, how do you know? How did you know that? That's actually fascinating, that you know that no one cares about my drunk rants. So that's Brian saying for y'all. This, I think, is like the energy right now. It's like, we had like this like new moon that was supposed to like transform reality like in a huge way, like forever. And it definitely seems to be happening. I mean, energy update, it definitely seems to be happening, because this whatever the spirit is, this like Jezebel spirit is attacking like crazy. Like But it's like the same thing over and over and over again from different people, because it's like they're crashing out, they're losing their minds. And this is exactly what we need to see happen, because people need to see like who and what they are. They have to prove themselves to be undesirable and unlikable in order to get away from them. In the book of Revelation, it says, "Come away from her, my people." In a way, we are opening the gates of hell. The more we push forward in the consciousness, the more it reveals the negative nature in, you know, these weak-willed agent type handler people, like con artists. You know, we want a permanent separation from them, because it's like nonsense. But you know, the way that they crash out, it creates a separation, because people see like who and what is actually there. So I'm like, if you think all of this about me, I'm like, this is great news to me. You've made your mind up about me. This is great news to me. Now you're over there. And then by sharing it, it's like, if this is still your leader, you're over there as well. You can't be lukewarm. Alrighty, well, have a beautiful day. I'll talk to y'all really soon.